and boarding bad boy.
I miss him so much. Oh, you know, I was actually on the phone with him, and he was saying that he isn't. He's like, I don't know if I want to start it up again because he like deactivated YouTube and then brought it back and lost all his videos or something, or his followers, his subscribers. And I was like, that's a bummer. So we'll see.
That's fine.
Anyway.
The begging and boarding bad boy doesn't have to start his own. He can just come on ours, every once in a while.
Yes, I told him that. I said we'll have to have you on again sometime. So
exactly.
Well, we're in the minute to win it, you guys. So I'm gonna let Tom take the helm here. I'm just doing the 1s and 2s, getting the word out.
We're gonna be talking about it a lot throughout the whole show and forever, but it's on my mind, guys. SuperCon is this weekend, so me and John are a part of the 605 community of comic books and of geekery, and SuperCon is a big part of that. So we're super stoked. I've been volunteering for them for quite some time now, or working with them in the video game room, and I'll continue to do so. So I'm super stoked on that. John's going to be around having panels, but what's really cool and what I really wanted to talk about is that Mark Wagner, maker of this picture right here, writer and artist of this book right here, the Dead Cells as one of my favorite comics. He is going to be having a new comic, full color, out at SuperCon. So boys and girls, I'll tell you what, it may be worth it just for that comic. It's going to be the first thing I pick up for sure.
That's awesome. I'll just swing by and get that too. That's fantastic.
So
I like that, Mark. He's a good person. He's a good human. Speaking of good humans, comments are already coming in. Holy smokes, you guys are showing up on time today for class. Mr. Aaron Evans, good evening, guys. Good evening to you as well.
What's up, Aaron?
Getting that Minnesota love all the way from the East Coast. New 51? Almost 52?
I think he told us at one point he's at 52% now, but I am saying he's the new 51. That's just the nickname. I mean, I'm not changing. It's the new 51. Bill, you the man.
Sorry, Bill. You're stuck with it. Yeah, you're stuck with it. Anyways, I guess I should open the show. Wow. I'm all over the place tonight. Yeah. What am I doing? With that, you guys, best drum roll I can muster on a glass desk. Hey, everybody, it's a comic book look. It's your boy, John on Demand, a.k.a. Chun-Li with those hair buns. Looking at Street Fighter Life. Joined by co-CEO, Tom Devine. There can only be one Midwest Highlander. And we are a comic book look proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics, you guys. So we're looking forward to talking some books that we picked up today. Comic Book Sabbath, and happy Comic Book Sabbath to all of you. We got some. Oh, these comments are fantastic. Bill, but 53 is my lucky number. Our comments doing that cutoff thing again, but 53 is my lucky number. Wes, I'm here for the mustache. I don't know why they're cutting off like that. That's annoying. Brian Anderson, saw a screener for Venom 2. I can say it's about as cheesy as the first.
Oh!
Here we go. I have no skin in the game, Brian. So I have no expectations at all. So I was kind of wondering if that would be the case. I'm still going to go see it. I have to see Carnage at least once. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't.
Exactly.
But we'll see how it goes. I'm sure if we do a review show, we might have to do that one just straight to our page. I might be going off on that one. I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh, boy. Can't be messing with the employer, folks.
Oh, it has nothing to do with the employer.
I'm joking. That's a low blow, Johnny. That's a low blow.
I just don't want to be dropping my colorful rhetoric on the company page.
I can't. You know what? I can't wait for that one.
Oh gosh. Well, cool. Well, with that, we'll guess just jump into some. We'll jump into some books.
Yeah, let's jump into it. It's SuperCon week. That doesn't mean we're not picking up comics when they come out. I mean, give me a break. So yeah, I'm super stoked. No, it is definitely. Thank you, Brian, for that last comment. Throw that one up here. I hope you can see it. Yes. That's the big deal. So I'm a 36-year-old man. I've never been able to grow facial hair ever. And I'm giving it my all. This is about a month, more than a month, maybe, worth of
willpower and sunlight. Yep.
And in the right light or in the right darkness, it could just be a shadow. See, like, whoa, you don't know if I have a mustache. Huh?
Mine is totally a shadow.
Yeah, right. You have more thicker hair on your 1/4 inch of your mustache than I do on my whole face. Yes, exactly, man. It's like you're so ingrained with white trash that it just naturally grows that way.
Did you see Wes here too? What's your favorite place to keep your comic stash?
Yes.
Brilliant. Yes, the legend of the stash.
Yes.
But yes, you guys, mine is entirely drawn on and photoshopped on. Tom's is real. So.
Oh man, John has such a nice thick, Tom Selleck-esque mustache.
Well, thank you. I do my best. It literally won't leave me alone. I just had this conversation with my brother of it won't leave me alone, so it's just easier to have one. Versus not.
That's perfect, isn't it?
It is. But man, I got books for days to talk about tonight. Went overboard on a variant cover 2 or 3. It's a situation today. It's gonna be fun.
Bust them out, buddy. You open it up. Let's see what you got. It's New Comic Book Day, folks. We get our comics at Rainbow, and we both were there. John checked me out. So it's a new day, guys. I mean, I loved it. I get to see him twice on these days. Yeah, Johnny, what'd you get?
So first of all, these are not new today, okay? But they are still equally important to talk about. We got a little collection that was brought in, and John Nordstrom is my comic book sensei, and just said, he was picking through them and said, you want to go ahead and get these. So Fantastic Four issues 260 and 262. Reed Richards is on trial for saving the life of Galactus. So fascinating. You guys know how I feel about Galactus. Followed by more Galactus. Followed by more Galactus. Silver Surfer cover there. But these last two, the colors are popping. Even if I had a copy of this already, I'm still going to get them. Look at those colors. I mean, I just was like, dude, yes.
That cover is so fucking sick.
And Eternity.
Oh,
yeah.
The Eternity on Eternity. Look, folks, it's right above him on the back.
So I was all about it.
Throw it away, man. I cannot believe you got those. And I love Fantastic Four. Those are such sick issues, dude. Nice pickups. Very smart pickups. Wow.
So very excited about that. I love my cosmic, as you can see behind me. But yeah, John knows what I like. So very excited about that. Also, covering up this big price tag, I did pick up an Iron Man issue 10 from Dark Reign. This is one that I didn't have. It was priced about less than half of what I was getting for comps when I checked mycomicshop.com. I did a speed check just to make sure I'm getting the best deal for me as a customer, and it was. So I totally got that one too. Just watching Norman Osborn slap Tony Stark around.
Why is that a sought-after series, John? What the
because Dark Reign.
I mean, what?
I'm totally kidding. I don't know why it is.
Yeah.
But it's a hot issue. So.
Yeah, I mean that's and weird that you didn't get it. I'm sure you have it somewhere. You just misplaced it. Yeah, you read it so many times.
Yeah, so those are my first kind of not new books, but I still have new books to talk about too. But that's enough out of me for a second. You go for it.
Dude, that's so cool. What a great pickup. I'll start with one that I've been waiting for, Midnight Western Theater. So I'm super hot on this series. I've already told you guys that a bunch. I think this is way better than it should be. This gothic weird cover. It's good, but it's not doing justice for how good this book is. I think they really struck gold on the first 2 issues. The 3 and 4 were awesome, but they just weren't as good as the first 2, kind of getting more into the mythology than the gimmick that they started with, which I shouldn't call it a gimmick, but the template they started with, which was find bad guys doing terrible things in the West and then see them get what's coming to them. And it was so much fun. This one, we finally get our full origin story for our 2 protagonists, the main characters. And it's the only bad thing is I read on this opening little synopsis right here that this is the last issue. So it's like, no. But, you know, in the end of this issue, because it's an origin story, it says, you know, the beginning. So is there going to be something else? I hope so. Like, I want 100. Now that we told this story in the last 3 issues, now I feel like we can get past, and the next stuff will be even better when they're killing and murdering all these people who are bad in the West. But, dude, straight up, Lewis Southard and David Hahn, I mean, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your names. I've never heard of you guys before this. I'm super stoked. I'm on to you both. I'll be reading whatever you guys do. This was so good. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to start out with.
Very strong.
And I don't think I never hear anyone else talking about it. I don't see anybody talking about it. I haven't heard anybody talking about it. That's why it's like, try to pick this up, folks.
Vote with your dollars.
That's right.
That's right. Had a couple of folks sneak in here. First of all, Dan Robertson, howdy you two. Hey to you, Dan, as well. And thank you. It was good to see you at the shop the other day. Good to catch up with you. And Sleepy from the Coast Evening Groovy People, cutting off here again. But good to see you as well, Sleepy. I need to get out to a convention out there. Once all this hoo-ha alleviates, if it ever does, I'm totally coming to a con, and we're going to hang out and be friends forever. So it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Yes! Plan! All right. Well, for my first pickup, you guys, I love me some Bruce, and I love me some DCB covers and cardstock covers. And when you're looking all BA on your bike like a boss with some like trippy, colorful art, I'm in. I'm here for it. All right. I'll pay that extra $1. I'm already reading the series. Detective Comics, you guys, it's been a fun ride so far. I'm going to definitely keep marching my drum on this one and see how it goes. Again, the long issue number, so appealing. It's just fun to feel like you're truly invested in something. And I've been rocking with this now since Rebirth, for the team, the Batman books, and then the Detective comic books, and it's just been a blast. So no complaints at all.
Yeah, throw that cover up one more time. I mean, that's definitely super dope. Yeah, looks like some Lee Bermejo or whatever I think is the artist on that. That is dope, or that style. So sick, man. I mean, yeah, that's a banger.
So definitely. I will have to review that one. I'll have to actually do a review sometime on Detective Comics too after I read like the latest issue. We'll do that sometime. We'll do it. All right. What do you got?
Next up, I got Cinnamon. This is the cat comic book. It's a comic book about just a house cat living in a house, chasing laser pointers and just eating sniffing catnip. And I mean, I love it. I think there's a goldfish named Mark, or maybe the cat's named Mark. I don't know. I get a little confused. But the first one, I was like, for people who have cats, get this. And then the second one, I was like, or the first one, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get the second one. I got the second one because I just loved it so much. And then that was my favorite issue. I mean, it was so good. So then I got 3. I already read it. They're so quick and easy reads. It was so much fun. Cinnamon, number 3. Check it out.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. Bringing that spooky galactic trend here. We got Star Wars Adventures Ghost of Vader's Castle, issue number 2. Look at Chewbacca. Just haunting that poor bunny with the 2 guns. That's probably not a poor bunny. Look at the souls of the lost Wookiees.
Dude, yeah, is that Bucky O'Hare? Who is that? I mean, I have
no idea what's going on. But it says Attack of the 50-Foot Wookiee. So basically, I'm excited about this one. Oh, yeah. I think it's delightful. I always loved reading in the novels, like, the Wookiee cameos and stuff, because it's just so funny to see the interactions and how they're just like, they own the scene every single time, and it makes me happy. So.
Oh, yeah. All right. Next up, Keanu Reeves continues to crush it, Berserker. This one is slowed down to way. There was like no killing in this one, which is the first time they've done that, which is great. We are getting some serious stories. I mean, there was plenty of death. There was children's death and newborn babies' death and all sorts of terrible stuff. But we learned a lot about him, his relationships, his relationship to love, his relationship to music, all of these different things that this Berserker war tool at one point 20,000 years ago was, had a lot of relationships. And the reason that he possibly is like he is now could be some of these things. And the psychiatrist is going to try to get this out of him, this doctor that he's working with. But then there's a twist at the end. Maybe that doctor's not good. I don't know. But I read it already. I loved it. So yeah, awesome. 6 out of 6. It just keeps on crushing.
Heck yeah. All right. Up next, all aboard the awesome train here for X-Men, we got Wolverine number 16. We'll see how it goes. I'm really excited. It was an odd week for covers. I can't say that I'm whelmed with this one in particular, but I'll still rock it. I'm sure it's going to be a sweet issue. I was just kind of like, I've never had a week or a instance of Wolverine where I'm like, man, all these covers kind of blow,
Wow.
But it's not great. It's not bad. But it was like a Spider-Man variant. There was another one that was kind of weird, but I just went with this one because it's pretty straightforward.
Oh yeah. So. Another book the next book up for me, Vinyl. I didn't get this week, but I read it and it's been sitting here. I think I got it 2 weeks ago. But I just got to say, man, like this book is so awesome that I wanted to bring it up tonight because it is super bloody. It's super messed up. I don't know. I just finished this book and they do this really good thing or this really great way of, of storytelling where this main character is listening to music and he's, that is the way he functions throughout his day. He's listening to music. He has an iPod, old style iPod, listening to music. The iPod gets crushed. Something happens where he can't listen to music and he isn't really able to be himself. And without him being himself, a lot of people are going to die. And so it's just this really cool way where they're using these bright colors and almost Ice Cream Man's way of telling this dark, dark story with lots of blood, guts, serial killing. Like I said previously when talking about this, all these people need a Red Room from that series. It's so good.
Sweet. Oh man, how the heck do I follow that up? How many more books do you have, by the way?
A lot.
Okay, I will do this one. I might let you bang a couple out after this one.
Okay.
Up next, you guys, from Marvel Comics, surprise, Winter Guard issue number 2. I had so much fun on the first one. So one thing that Tom has been great at doing is doing reviews of all of his books that he reads. I have not been as good, but I gotta say, issue 1 of Winter Guard was a total blast. I love me some Ursa Major, so we got a big muscly man that turns into a bear, so we'll win. It's just such a fun team. Everybody's quirky. It's basically Alpha Flight, but over in Russia, and it's freaking amazing. I had a customer question today of if it ties into the Black Widow movie. Sure, if you want to learn more about the Red Guardian and see his interaction with other characters, that's fine. Technically, Ursa Major was also in the film, but he was just a big guy in the prison scene and didn't actually turn into a bear or anything. But overall, issue 1, it reminded me of watching a whole episode of the X-Men 90s where it's, the formula is there where the big fight is towards the end of the episode and then the episode ends. It was so fun. I'm bummed. I'm sure this is a limited run. I would love to see this just keep going because I love these characters so much and we just don't get enough of them. So I'm sinking my teeth in. This will be one of the first ones I read from this week. And I can't recommend issue 1 enough. It was a blast. So.
Dude, that is sweet, man. I mean, that cover looks cool too. Good limited series. Next up for me, Department of Truth. I'm 5 issues behind. Why am I still picking this up? I don't know.
Because you'll miss it if you don't.
Exactly. Because I hear it's really good. I had troubles with the art. Then we got to the arc where there wasn't the artist switched, and that was in between. I really liked that. And I started the next ones, and now I'm behind. So I just need to hit it. I'll hit it hard. I promise to you, John, that the next time this comes out, I'm going to be caught up.
Yes. Yeah, it's wise to pick them up. It has been so popular at the register today. People are getting both covers. So it's very sought after. So kudos. That's
why I'm picking it up, folks. I know it's good. I don't know why I'm behind on it.
I'm going to have you do another one.
That's cool. No problem. Turbo Kid, Apple's Lost Adventure. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. I'm on it, though, man. Look at this cover. It's like, I don't know, some badass skull guy with huge shoulder pads and some, cute hero in the front. And then when I was going through the The interior art, it's very, very comics with an X-esque. You know, I love the way they chose to do the coloring. So yeah, I'm super stoked. I'm gonna check it out. John put it in my books. You know, this is a John Nordstrom recommendation, and I'm taking advantage of it.
Comic book sensei. That's right.
Heck
yeah, that's awesome. Aboard the X-Men train again, we got Sword issue number 8. Got Storm on the cover, looking like she's fighting against. Most likely, I'm assuming something's going wrong on Mars. The mutants are on Mars, planet Araco. I'm assuming something's going wrong there, but it could be wrong. But I'll find out. Overall, this series has really taken us to the space side of things, which has been cool. I will say that word on the street is Jay Hickman, in addition to Jonathan Hickman hanging out with us coming up, we're going to grab beer. It's going to be cool. But in addition to that, he is actually going to be leaving the X-Men stuff, which I'm kind of bummed about. All good things come to an end. I personally have really enjoyed House of X and Powers of X. There's people that got burnt out by it, people that were overwhelmed by it. I personally just loved it. So, yeah. So I don't know. I am just thankful for the world building and just totally digging it. Just saw Sergeant pop in here. Good night, gentlemen. Good night to you as well, Mr. Mike. If you're going to bed. Sometimes people greet that way too. So.
But yeah, man. What up, Mike? I miss you. I want to say that right now, dog. I miss you, Sarge.
I got to see him today.
I'm not even listening now. But... anyway.
Careful, you're going to get a comment now.
All right. John's best friend is back to writing. He's back to helming DC books. This is from Bill Willingham. We got Batman and Bigby. So this is a DC Fables crossover. So Vertigo, Fables, was a very popular book through Vertigo, and a book that I loved. It had a lot to do with it had a lot to do with me continuing reading comics and getting into comics. So I really love it. I found out later Bill Willingham may be not the greatest person, but I don't know. Maybe we saw the writing on the wall early in our comic film. But he was always nice to me. Not nice to John.
Yeah.
But I was on the fence because of that. But it's like I'm not buying any Batman books. I'm off anything that is Batman right now. So it's like, you know what? Let me check this out. I love Bigby. I mean, he's one of my favorite characters. If I have my sketchbook around here somewhere, I have a Mark Buckingham sketch of Bigby that I got at FablesCon, and it's one of my prized possessions. So excited for this.
Heck yeah! Oh man, well, I am very excited about this one. Extreme Carnage, Omega. So this is part 8 of 8. The event is coming to a close. So at Rainbow, we have a running joke about Rainbow HR for things that are said between us. So Derek holds this up and says, "John, do you need this?" And I said, "Oh, why? Because it has rainbow on it." And he was like, which is fair. It's a fair question, but yeah.
That is a fair question. No.
I love teasing him. It's so funny. Dude. But anyways, I'm really excited about this cover. I think it's hilarious to have a tie-dye symbiote, which probably is just, accumulating all the other symbiotes together. I have no idea what's going on. I haven't read it yet. I'm really excited. It's been fun to see everyone. Is it the strongest book in the world? No. I just read it because I love Carnage, and why not?
So there's different colors of Carnage?
No, there's all the different symbiotes, like Lasher's green.
And I remember.
Green was yellow, but now it's not. Now he's not she's not because, stuff and things. Ooh, we got Steven on deck. I need to read that. Fables is one of my favorite series of all time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yep, you'll have to come and you'll have to get this one for sure. I mean, yeah. And when's the last time we got new Fables, right, Steven? I mean, this is sick. So
yeah. And Steve, you really just need to fly out to Sioux Falls and come to SuperCon this weekend. It'll be fun.
Yeah, dog.
It's the right thing to do.
That is the right thing to do. All right, John Nordstrom recommendation. I'll tell you how it is later. Unborn, number 1. Don't know anything about it.
I have 1 book left.
Okay, I got 4, 5. I had a big stack this week. I'll just let me rip through three more.
Okay.
Crossover. I don't know why I'm buying this book. I keep telling you guys I'm on the fence on it. And now it's on number 8. So guess what? I keep reading it and I keep buying it.
So your view on that one has stained my lens. Every time I look at this now when people buy it, I'm like, ooh, that's a maybe book. Like,
it is.
I don't even ask like, how are you liking it? And I probably should people source and learn more. But I'm just like, nope, Tom doesn't like. Nope, not gonna say anything.
How do I not like it, but I still keep buying it? I don't know. Maybe I do like it. God dang it. All right, maybe I don't. Maybe I need to drop it. Next up, Spawn, baby. It doesn't get any better than this. This actually, Spawn went hard on this issue. He at one point talks about, there's a girl that he finds in a basement that has been trapped there, like by a serial killer who's trapped her and raped her, and she has a kid.
Wow.
It got like dark quick. I was like, Spawn? I thought we were just talking about medieval Spawn 2 pages ago. Right. Now it elevated to this. Man, rating Spawn out of Spawn like every time, man. Nobody does it like this guy. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
It is. It was too, like I said, and I read this and I wrote that review online. I said, this is like too crazy. This is like a thing that would make me drop a book normally. Like having like don't put that shit in there. But it's Spawn, baby. So it's like they'll probably never mention it again, and it'll just keep going on. Who knows what's going on? I love Spawn. And then we got J.H. Williams III. I mean, this is this book that's opening this different way, guys. But yeah, I love this book, and I love it more than anything. And even more so, I sent like I posted on about it how much I liked it, and J.H. Williams sent me a DM back saying, "Hey, thanks for reading." Nice. I said he had this on the back of his first one. He had the list of all the albums that he was listening to while he did this. And I said, dude, I have that much money to have that much vinyl, dude. You gotta put someone has to put a Spotify playlist together. Dude. And he was like, I don't have time to put a Spotify playlist together. I was like, get it. One of your fans will do it. Print my comment. So we'll see if I got printed.
Oh, that's awesome. Steven weighing in here for you. Crossover, I'm in the same boat. I keep buying and reading it, but I'm ambivalent.
Yeah, that's isn't that the way it goes, Steve? I don't know. Why are we doing that? We just keep it up because we like the thought that there's going to be an Easter egg of another comic character that we like that is going to be in the next issue. And the reason I mean, it's like they put Madman on this cover. So it's like, yeah, okay, I got it. It's awesome. So yeah, all right. I got 2 books left, John.
Okay.
Do you got any? How many you got left?
I just got 1.
All right. I'll do this. I'll do the sexy one.
Okay, let's do the sexy one. Sexy time.
Yes, I got this sexy one. As you can see, the nips do stick out a little bit, and so it was sexy. And I caught it. I was walking by, and I caught it by my eye. Yeah. And it had a variant cover, and I said, you know what? Am I going to be a better man? Because I don't need to get this sexy cover just for the nips.
Right. I really think this one is less sexy than the other one, but I obviously have no skill at all.
No, John, this one's sexier, man. Trust me.
Okay.
And actually, I don't remember what the other one was, but then my hand just slipped to the nips. Here it is, Gun Honey. This is number 1. But it's going to be a crime story. Sure. Some of these Titan books, I think it is. Yeah, these Titan comics have been terrible, and some of them have been good. I've read some of this other hard case crime. Some of them have been good, some of them have been terrible. Hey, let's do it.
Hey, for all the Kens tuning in, Tom, you want to read that quote on the top of the cover?
Yes, I sure do. Hard Case Crime presents good, clean, bare-knuckled storytelling. This is an exciting line of books. From Stephen King.
Boom! All right, Ken, there you go. If he's listening. I don't know if he is or not.
It's good stuff.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I have
left, John. I can't wait to see.
Oh, you know what it is. You guys, big event in the X-Men train. We got Inferno going on. What? So I went with this amazing, just wrap around, all the characters cover, art, super bomb, whatever. But you know me, I love a good variant.
So here it is. He said one left. He didn't, guys.
Is just looking, yeah, Mystique just looking like, I don't know. Like I think sometime I want to do like maybe I'll bug like Mikey to do like a custom thing of like me having martinis with like Vampirilla and Elvira, and all the girls just having fun. I just want to do something like that. But doesn't stop there. I also got the Emma cover.
Oh my gosh! You had one.
Look at that.
He had three, folks. That is a sick cover.
And I didn't stop there because there's this X-Men. I'm covering up the price tag, but there's this X-Men 90s incentive one that is so freaking sick. So I got 4 covers of the same book because I love X-Men.
You do love X-Men. I mean, I that's true, man. I can't say that that's not true.
But that Emma Frost one is banging. I mean, I was just like, I totally need that. Yeah. So Derek is awesome because he just knows what I like, and he's like, want this? Just holds them up, and I'm like, yep. So he knows where I'm at. So
that's so funny.
Steven, following up on your gun book, support your local smutty comics. Gun Honey, #1. Oh my gosh. So those were my books, bro. That's a lot going on there. I haven't even really read last week's comics yet, so I got a little bit of reading to do tomorrow morning. We'll see what I get done. I got like 7 booked out or knocked out. I crushed the Sweet Tooth: The Return, the smaller trade that came out recently. So good. And I'm so glad I read it so close to the compendium, so that way the story was fresh in my mind. So there are perks to waiting and binging.
No doubt about it, especially for that one.
Yep. Oh, Steve, John padding his Marvel collection with multiple covers. I see how it is. Because we have an I am going where we're talking about how many books we have. I think you're technically right, but I suspect Bill probably does exactly the same thing.
Yeah, how do you get to New 51 with that? Yeah, that's how it works, man.
I think. I don't know, though. So if Bill's around, Bill will.
Oh, Steve, I guarantee you got a couple duplicates in that collection of yours, too.
Aaron swinging through. It's okay, John. I bought 4 of the variant covers for Trial of Magneto #1. Preach, brother. Preach. It's hard, Tom. Like, it's hard being a dedicated X-Men fan.
I get it, guys. I get it. If there was 5 copies, or if there was 5 different covers of Dead Cells, I would have got all 5 of them too. So,
yeah.
All right. My last book, 10 Years of Death. Here it is. One shot from Aftershock. Who knows? Taking a chance. That's all she wrote, John. I'm out.
You're out. I also did want to celebrate some of the little pops that I got recently here. I don't know if I showed these last time or not. I really don't know. But Scream symbiote. So loving that. And I don't know if I gave this one a highlight or not, but it's sitting here. So the Alligator Loki.
Is that from the show?
Cute. Yes. Yep. So it just makes me happy. And I'm really excited about it. So.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah,
well,
man.
That's that, you guys. Tom and I are going to be just full voltage coming up this weekend. So if we're a little loopy next week, like more so than normal, just know that it's coming from a great and nerdy place and that we did something awesome for the community.
Exactly. But I did want to say, John, can I go over a couple of my favorite creators that are going to be at SuperCon?
Absolutely. Hit it.
Okay, so like we said, we're going to be at SuperCon. Some of my favorite ones that are coming are going to be Tony Fleece from Stray Dogs. So he's a Sioux Falls guy. He's been at SuperCon many years, but he's never been at SuperCon where he has the hottest book out this year. So it's pretty stoked that he's still coming back and going to get my Stray Dogs book signed and talk with him. So I'm super excited about that. Phil Hester from Family Trees and tons of other things, but the Jeff Lemire book that he's helped co-writing and drawing and working on with other people coming from Image. Well, but he's been with tons of other things. So yeah, Phil Hester, super stoked. One of the most memorable times I have with him is Wednesday Comics put on a panel before where they did a live They did like a live podcast, and Phil Hester was on. Marvin did a game. It was so much fun. You can find me and John at 9 p.m. on the Wednesday Comics panel if you're at SuperCon. So, hopefully they can get Philly back. Then Doug Mankey, he's going to be there. He is, most famous for probably Green Lantern and his long run on Green Lantern Corps. He is but he's drawn everything, Superman, Batman, and everything in between. Very well, a big known, main artist over at DC. So really stoked to see him as well. And then, a bunch of other ones that I'm going to love. I mean, more than important, we got, Mikey's going to be there. Mikey Martinez is one of me and John's good friends, the comic book genie. He's also one of my favorite artists. He's also my tattoo artist. He's the man. I'm so excited to see him pick up all of the books that he's selling. He'll have Frankenstein. He'll have, Empire Dance Club. He'll have Robot Dance Club. Yep. He'll have, all of those books that he had from Empire before Empire's defunct. He still has extra copies. Scoop them while you still can. Yep. And then, of course, Mark Wagner's going to be there. He's going to have a new book. So, scoop that up as well.
Awesome. On the Stray Dogs front, I did just want to highlight really quick for anyone that is in town or wants to shop online. For our Stray Dogs, we do have a Rainbow Comics exclusive cover in the fashion of the Cujo movie poster, complete with the Rainbow Comics logo on the back. And then also our friends at JJ's Comic Art, they have their own cover too, which is in the style of the EC kind of books, which is super cool. And then it has the JJ's Comics and Art on the back as well. So feel free to...
Amazing.
Yeah. So a lot of cool stuff, you guys.
So 2 Sioux Falls based, companies that have exclusive covers for one of the biggest books right now. That is so exciting to see, man. I hope JJ sells the shit out of those, and I hope Rainbow sells the shit out of them.
They're going to crush it.
That's awesome.
They're going to crush it. The other thing I was going to say, too, excitement for me, which I'll be talking more about, is that Trish Forshner is the artist on this book. I am going to Baltimore Comic-Con, all things permitting, at the end of October, and she will be there. So I will have the opportunity to do some dual signage, and I'm very giddy about that. So
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Well, that's all I had. We are, again, excited to be featured coming up. Oh, this last Monday, and now available, on Monday of this week, we were on Backlot 605. Our friends had us on to review the movie Chronicle. So definitely check that out. We posted it on the Twitters, and we'll get it on Facebook here momentarily. But that was a really fun episode just to connect with some other 605 podcasters, and boy, do they know their stuff. Every time I go on, I learn something new, and I dig it. So,
yeah, man. Love talking.
And then, this weekend we're going to be featured on Wednesday Comics. So, Comic Book Look is just in hot demand right now. We're kind of like the Stray Dogs of the podcast. It's kind of a big deal. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. Kudos to Marvin, Alex, and Garrett for having us on, and just really continuing that friendship. And really, the only competition here is just how awesome we can raise each other up to be. And that's what I love about our community. So,
exactly.
Heck yeah. Well, we're gonna shut it down because I got an episode of What If to watch. So I'm gonna get to that. But Tom, I'll be seeing you soon, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys soon at SuperCon as well. If you guys have any questions or just want to, connect with us further, feel free to do so. If you're watching on YouTube and want to join our group on Facebook, feel free to Comic Book Look. We are a Comic Book Look, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics. So if you're in the Sioux Falls area, stop by 42nd Minnesota, say howdy. If you are in the Lincoln, Nebraska area, we got a site there as well with a team to help you out with your comic book needs. I am John on Demand, @John on Demand on the Twitters. We got Tom, @Tom Stu Divine on the Twitters, collectively @A Comic Book Look. And we'll be back with you next week. And you guys know the drill as always. Keep it comics for sure, man. Boom.